Hi all. So in this video we are discussing about how to conduct a action research and how to write a report on action research. So this action research is based on a student teacher whose subject is mathematics. So let us look into the content. The content involve an introduction, topic of the research, the investigator, background for the research objectives, need and significance, analysis of the problem, action hypothesis, design for testing action hypothesis, analysis and interpretation, graphical representation, and conclusion. So here we have the front page that include the action research and the submission details. Next, we have the content that was previously discussed. Next is the introduction. So in the introduction, we write like during this semester, an internship was conducted, and as a teacher, the problem what he or she faced in the class, and how can develop a plan to solve this problem, and what an action research is, and like that way. Next is the topic of the research. So difficulty in the conversion of numerical statement to algebraic expression is the topic selected here of class 8 mathematics. So like that way in each subject there will be some kind of difficulties that faced during in the classroom. That is the topic of the research. Next, the investigator, the details of the investigator is given, like the name of the student teacher and the school he or she is doing the internship. Next is the background for research, like why choosing such a topic. So at which school the training was done, at which class, at which chapter the teacher faced difficulty in teaching the class, which was seen to be in students. So why I selected this topic. That is the background for the action research. Next is objectives. The objectives are to solve the problem of the action research. So what are we expected to get the outcomes? So we have an objectives like that way to make the student with better understanding like that way. Next is the need and significance of the action research, or what is the need of such an action research, and what is the significance of doing it is explained here. Next is the analysis of the problem. So here we should analyze the problem, like what are the causes of the problem, possible causes of the problem, and what are the evidences through which we can understand this is the cause. For example, the students doesn't have any previous knowledge, and the evidence maybe we ask them questions and they doesn't know the answer, which should be a previous knowledge like that way. Various methods like the indirect and direct evidences can be included. Next is the action hypothesis. In the action hypothesis, we should understand what is the problem, what caused the student to have such a problem. Maybe faulty teaching methods, or maybe from the unknown previous knowledge, no prior knowledge, like that way. So action hypothesis is written first paragraph of what is the cause of the problem, why the student face such a problem, what any is there any faultiness in the teaching techniques or something like that. And the next paragraph, what are the possible way that we can solve the problems, what are the implementations that we can do to solve the issues. That is the action hypothesis. Here we are following maxims of teaching like that, like known to unknown way, like that way, for example. Next is the design for testing action hypothesis. For the design of the action hypothesis involve initiation activities and techniques. So like we replacing lecture method at some point with jigsaw and heuristic methods and providing essential aids to learn. And each activities will be based on the objectives that we have previously mentioned, and techniques like puzzles are given like that way. Like relating to the real life context, we can use ICT and more visualizing medias like that. Next is analysis and interpretation. In the analysis and interpretation, we interpret the results of after conducting the action plan. Like, is there any improvement in the students' learning, or is there any evident progress that we can just analyze and write it as in percentage. So it will be helpful if like we can also mention like any particular techniques was really helpful for achieving the objectives can also be mentioned here. Next we have the graphical representation. Like the graphical representation involve a pre-test and post-test graphical representation. The pre-test is conducted before the action plan is implemented. So the test scores will be based on is represented as a graphic. So we can see here clearly that it is a progressive result, and post-test is done after the implementation of the plan. Next, we should have a conclusion. Concluding part involves like during this internship, this action research was really helpful. So a teacher as a researcher, how it benefits us, that's it. So hope you all understand it. And thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to your friends whoever need this. Thank you so much.